last Sunday, I had a first. That's never, ever happened to me before. Sunday, the Knicks, the New York Knicks, those of you who care, I love the Knicks. They had a 4 o'clock game Pacific time against the Orlando Magic. Whereas my 49ers, who need no introduction, obviously had a Sunday night game against the Indianapolis Colts. Guess who I was more anticipating watching? I'll give you a hint. It's on the east side. Yeah, I swear to God, I've never, especially when the NBA and NFL seasons are overlapping with each other, until Sunday, the Knicks never took priority over the 49ers. Now, actually, I won't say that the Knicks took priority Sunday, but I was looking forward to watching them more than the 49ers because deep down, I knew what was going to happen. It wasn't just because of the weather. It's just right now, this goddamn team has no identity. Go Knicks. I could sit here and break down what happened in Sunday's game, but it really makes no sense because it's what I've seen the previous 3 losses. Same shit, different week. Just inconsistencies on offense. We're going away from what we do best. On defense, just chuck the damn ball in the air and just hope for a fucking pass interference. I think 12 pass interference call. That's bullshit. And until you figure that out, they're gonna keep going deep at us because they know we're a sucker for it. We're gonna fall for it every time until proven otherwise. I literally have to hold my breath every time an opposing quarterback goes deep. Because I'm like, oh shit, is our DBs on it? And chances are they're not, at least up until now. Jimmy G, I'm not going to say he shouldn't be starting. I will say this, though. I think since he came to us in 2017, I think we've seen everything we've needed to. Maybe we've seen his ceiling. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. Because he looks like a deer in headlights sometimes. He's afraid to push the ball down the field. And he just looks lost out there. I know eventually Trey Lance is going to step in and be the heir apparent. And honestly, if it were up to me, I would like to have Trey Lance sit back as much as possible. Maybe throw him a few plays here and there. But I'm not ready to hand him the keys yet until proven otherwise. And the only reason why, I think like the main reason why I'm not saying bench Jimmy is there's still 11 games left to be played. And we're only, believe it or not, we're only a game out of the fucking playoffs. So a lot can happen between now and then. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I'm just hoping somehow he just reaches inside and just starts fucking balling out. That's all there is to it. That's easier said than done, but it starts with him. It starts with Jimmy G. But I know what we're getting with him. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing the results that I was hoping for when we first got him. Now, I'm not saying that's all his fault, but come on. Prove me wrong. And then that's all I'm going to say about Jimmy G. Kyle Shanahan, I agree with Mailman. Shout out to you. I don't think he should be fired, but he's definitely on a hot seat. This is our 5th year into this, and I don't know. I mean, it was cool the first 4 years. I mean, the first 2 we're rebuilding. The 3rd year we get to the Super Bowl, so obviously things are looking great. And in the 4th year, I give him the benefit of the doubts because we had a shitload of injuries. We can only do so much. But you figure we're getting Nick Bosa back, getting D4 back, getting a healthy Jimmy G back, George Kittle coming back healthy. I mean, and you got Brandon Ayuk, who had a solid rookie year, who were hoping to take that next step. We had everything set up for us. And it hasn't panned out that way. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand the Ayuk situation. If I'm missing something, please let me know. But honestly, this reminds me of the same shit that we saw with Dante Pettis. I mean, he had a solid rookie year, but then his sophomore year, for whatever reason, he just disappeared, never to be seen again. And I'm afraid, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but is this same shit going to happen for Ayuk too? Is he going down that same road? And like I said, this falls on everybody. This falls on the whole team. But a couple things that stick out to me was the game against the Packers and the clock management when we should be hiking the ball with 2-3 seconds left on the game clock, and instead of 11, 12 seconds, leaving Aaron Rodgers 37 seconds left, to work his magic, and look what happens. Or all the times we're going for it on 4th down against Arizona, which I actually didn't have a problem with because I love the aggressiveness, because, we were on the road, we've lost 2 in a row and we needed to make a statement. I loved it, except like that last one, because with the way our defense did great that game. They balled out that game. And I thought with that last 4th and 1 play, that maybe we should have punted it or tried something different because that shit with Juszczyk just didn't work out, which it usually does, but what are you going to do? And then the game with the Colts, when I believe we fumbled the ball and gave it back to him, and I don't know what the fuck Shanahan was challenging. I don't know. But that shit right there took me back to some Mike Nolan shit, and well, boy. I mean, at the time Mike Nolan tried to challenge a field goal because it went like the goalpost is right here, and the ball that was David Akers kicked it went I guess like this or like over that, and they called it good. So he tried to challenge it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you challenging? Anyways, that shit that Shanahan did, that just reminded me of Mike Nolan, and I honestly don't know what to say. I still have faith for him, but right now he just looks lost. I mean, when I watch his press conferences, he looked like he can't find any answers. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But he's got to figure it out. I'm not calling for his head, but he's on the hot seat. I mean, we're 5 years into it. We got to start seeing some results. There's 11 games left. A lot can happen between now. So do what you got to do. And there's John Lynch. Love John Lynch. Had the pleasure of meeting him. Christmas Eve 2017 when he came onto the parking lot and met the fans. That right there made my day. That made my day. That was a great Christmas present. And I just questioned some of his drafting. Not everything, because we've obviously hit on George Kittle. I think DJ Jones was a nice find. I believe he was a 6th rounder. So there's been, a couple down the, like a couple right there that he's hit on. But it's usually his first 2 picks that he's made every year, with the exception, obviously, of 2019 when we got Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel, which coincidentally, we went to the Super Bowl. Yay. 2017, Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster. Both of them not with the team no more. Reuben Foster didn't last long because he couldn't keep his ass out of trouble. And Solomon Thomas, he went to the Raiders. Good riddance. Enjoy Las Vegas. 2018, Mike McGlinchey, Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis had a great rookie year. Don't know why he fell out of favor with Shanahan his sophomore year. I don't know what happened with that. I'm still perplexed by that, but if you guys know something, let me know. Or maybe Shanahan knows something that I don't. Either way, that didn't work out. Mike McGlinchey, I'm not down on him, but man, question mark on that one. 2020, Javon Kinlaw, Brandon Ayuk. Kinlaw was supposed to replace DeForest Buckner, who I'm still pissed off that we let him go. I know this is a business and all that. According to Buckner, I'm not going to spend much time on this. He just thought the Niners wouldn't meet him halfway. They wanted to give him a hometown discount, and so I don't blame Buckner. You got mouths to feed. Do what you got to do. But it is what it is. But Javon Kinlaw, the only thing I could tell you is, there's still a question mark on that. I know he's dealing with a knee issue, and I'm hearing that he might be put on IR. I don't know if it's the short-term IR or the long-term IR, but we're not seeing the replacement yet. At least I'm not. And then Brandon Ayuk, this is a serious enigma for me. Had a great rookie season, so I expected him to take the next leap forward, just like I expected with Dante Pettis. What the fuck am I missing? What am I missing? Is it worth ethic? What? No, it just amazes me. It just seems like a repeat of Dante Pettis. A lot can happen again. A lot can happen between now and then. But my question is, what's going on? He only had like 1 catch for 6 yards against the Colts. It was supposed to be him and Deebo Samuel as our 1-2 punch, helping us out. And we could talk about a lot of things. It could be him. You could talk about the O-line. You could talk about Jimmy G, or whatever. Bottom line is, we're not seeing the results from Brandon Ayuk. That's all there is to it. And then this year, Trey Lance, obviously that's pending. That's pending. And then Aaron Banks from Notre Dame, who I thought would be a great addition, playing by, fellow Notre Dame alum Mike McGlinchey. And I think Saturday was the first time he was active all season. He didn't play, but I'm not seeing nothing from him. So, with the exception of that 2019 season, it really would be nice if you could hit on them early picks. I mean, we can go here and, second guess ourselves and talk about how in 2017 we probably should have drafted Deshaun Watson, or how we probably, should have drafted Asante Samuel Jr. It is what it is. And it's not good. It's not good when 8 of your first 2 picks in each draft, and 8 of those picks either didn't work out or it's still pending. You got Nick Bosa, you got Deebo Samuel, who are panning out just fine. Everything else is just suspect. And I'm not a GM. I could sit here and tell him to do better, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just calling it like I see it. And it's just a combination of all those things when you got a quarterback who is not the worst quarterback in the league. And I do feel he gives us the best chance to win. But again, like I said, we know what we're going to get with him. And unless he proves me wrong, which I hope, I think we might have seen that ceiling with him. This whole team needs to find its identity and rediscover itself. And I think once we do that, I think we'll be okay. But, not just Jimmy G, Shanahan, and Lynch, everybody. They just need to look at themselves in the mirror and figure out, where do we go from here? How can we improve and try to right this shit with 11 games left? And it starts against the Chicago Bears, which, the way this team is playing, I'm not going to sit here and make any predictions. Whatever happens, happens. But which team am I going to see? Am I going to see the team that I know we're capable of seeing, that can finally hit its stride finally? Because the Bears are the perfect team to make, to start get going. So if you're going to do it. Or is this going to be the same shit that we've been seeing all season? It's not up to me. It's up to them. I said my piece. I'm still here. I'm frustrated. We're all frustrated in the Niner Empire. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Maybe I look back at the end of the season and be like, what the fuck were we all tripping for? At least that's what I'm hoping. And that's why they play the game. All right, I done took up enough of your time. So it's been real. Niner Empire, keep the faith. One team, one family, one goal. I'll get with y'all next time. Late.